Hey guys, so if you've been following me on Instagram, you may have seen me talk about my 60-gallon cube project. That has been an absolute project, and that is actually what is right in front of me. I bought this tank for $20. It was on Facebook, guy was selling it. 20 bucks, had a gnarly crack in the bottom. I said, you know what, cool, I can deal with a gnarly crack. So he also listed it as a 90 gallon, which 90 gallon, 60 gallon at 20 bucks, it's a steal. So I went and picked this tank up. It had been sitting outside for God knows how long. Looked like crap. In fact, I'm going to actually put some pictures up right here. To show you, as you can see in those photos, exactly the condition the tank was in, as well as, where it's gone from there to what's in front of me now. So what ended up happening was I brought it home, did a heavy layer of sealant on the top of that crack on the bottom, laid plexiglass down, sealed the plexiglass around the bottom, and I went to do a water test a little while later after the silicone and everything had set in. About halfway into my water test, my son called me. I went inside. While I had just stepped inside, I heard this huge thundering crash. I come running out into the garage, and this tank had dumped about 30 gallons into my garage. The bottom had completely blown out. The structural integrity of that bottom piece was just gone. I said, you know what, screw it. I'll build my own tank with blackjack and hookers. You know what, forget the blackjack and forget the hookers and just, I'll just build my own tank. I decided to take the trim off. In the process of trying to clean this up, half the trim got destroyed. So I decided, instead of trying to find new trim, I was going to take this tank and turn it into something really special, which is taking a $20 busted tank, putting in a little bit more money, and turning it into a European style tank with the top glass bracer sections. Contacted the local glass company. I picked up the bottom pane. That has already been installed as of the filming of this video. Silicone on that is currently drying. What I'm going to show you guys today is how to put the bracers on, which is a very simple process, but through that process you can try to understand how to install other panes of glass in other tanks. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and you're going to see parts of me for this video, but I've got the camera focused mainly on the tank and the work area, which is what I want you to see. So what I've got to start with is this right here. Handy dandy GE silicone clear 2+. Fish safe. Important. Very, very important. This is the Fish Safe brand of silicone. And then over here, I've got my glass pieces. Now these are 1/4 inch thick panes of glass, and I'm going to be running seals on these edges over here. So if I end up with a little extra silicone, that's not that big of a worry for me, because that's what the gods gave us razor blades for. I mean, they gave us razor blades for a lot of other reasons, but as fish keepers and DIY projectors, that's what the gods gave us razor blades for. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and run the bead of silicone on both sides of this. And that is just because I am currently low on gloves. If I had more gloves, I would probably be doing this in a multi-step, probably going through about 10 different glove process, but that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so silicone's in. I'm going to go ahead and take the glass piece. Going to do my best to line these edges up as neatly as I can. And if they're not perfectly on, that's okay. It's actually going to be, that problem will be fixed here shortly. What I want to make sure of when I do this is that there are no air bubbles that you can see. There's no real gaps in the silicone that you can see. And that's vital. Now this is the part where I have to take rings off. Toss those over there. Sorry you don't get a nice resounding snap. I can't use latex gloves due to a severe latex allergy. And once I've got the gloves on, I just run my finger right along this edge. And I'm doing two things here. I'm smoothing out the silicone for one. And secondly, I'm ensuring that the silicone is actually getting into all the little nooks and crannies on the edge of this glass. I'm also making sure that the silicone itself is getting seated properly, and that the pane is actually going to be seated properly along this edge. And I'm just very gently going to come in, run that bead right along the inner seam. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on that side over here. And this is actually where having some paper towels comes in handy, which I've got these. Oh. Come back around just because I don't think I got it seated all the way in there like I wanted, which is okay. One of the benefits to working with silicone is it will dry quickly, but it's not like crazy glue where, oh God, I put it on wrong and now I've stuck my hand to my pants. Yes, that actually happened to me as a kid once. Working on a project and crazy glued my hand to a pair of jeans. Yeah, that was special. Oh, see, in the process of doing this, my silicone actually let go of the glass. And that's where I'm just going to come back around again. You know, if you feel like you've used too much silicone, that's okay. Yeah, that's where the razor blades come in. Because I know I absolutely got some stuck on this panes of glass on the inside over here. And I'm not worried about it because I'm going to come back and clean it up with the other razor blades. And that should be good to go at the moment. So, I will be coming back to this in a bit and showing you about cleaning it up with razor blades. but I need silicone to dry first before I start on that process. So that'll be it in the video for now, and we'll come back to the cleaning up portion later in the video. Okay, so this has now been curing for about an hour of just sitting here in the garage, good and hot. And this is where fun with sharp things comes into play. Now, just because I kind of have to, these are razor blades. They are sharp. They are very, very sharp. Be careful with them. In order to clean up your silicone, what you really want to do is just have your razor blade at about a 45-degree angle and just very slowly work your way, as I am, around the edge. You can see, hopefully in the video you can see, it's just coming right off. But I'm being careful to just get that top edge where there's spillover, basically. I don't know what the right term here would be. Now, right here on the edge of the glass, what I end up doing, I'm going to do it on another one of these, that went straight down and then came in at that angle. And that helps get that little bit of silicone that's there off. Gives it that nice clean look that we're going for. So this is the process to laying in your own glass work if you want to build your own aquarium, and let alone build your own glass aquarium. With this cube, what I've done is, I made it a rimless tank by adding bracers at the top. And those bracers are really important. They take place of the trim. While your plastic trim on your tanks may not seem like it is actually that important or that it really does anything, it really actually does. It does help support that weight of the tank and take pressure off of the edges and the corners. Now, when laying a rimless tank and setting one up, that's a whole nother thing of what it requires, and I'm going to be going into that in another video. So, you're seeing a lot of the evolution of this tank, and throughout my upcoming videos, you're going to be seeing more and more of this tank and what it's going to become, which this is planned to be an African cichlid tank. So I'm very, very excited for that. I have not kept African cichlids yet. And that is always a key word in the fish keeping community, is yet. And then there's always those faded words of, I would never keep one of those 2 weeks later. Look what I got. Now, right here on this edge, where it's looking a bit jacked up just due to the way that it came in, just to give it a better aesthetic look, I'm coming in with that very tip of the edge of the razor blade. And I'm just going to come in and take off what little bit I can without damaging the actual seal close to the edge of the tank, because that seal is more important than anything. If I screw up that final seal up there, then I'm going to have to go back and redo all of this work. And if there's anything I don't like or hate, it is having to do something twice, because either I screwed up and I didn't measure properly, I just wasn't paying attention. At the end of the day, getting a busted tank like this and fixing it, I can get some joy from that because I can go, hey, I fixed someone else's screw up. But when I'm having to go back and go, hey, look, I'm fixing my screw up, that's a little different. Just going in and cleaning up those edges like I was talking about. You know, just making them look cleaner. It's a little tricky when you're working upside down and backwards fundamentally like I am right now. And just, you know, going in and getting that silicone cleaned up. That's kind of a vital thing here. Now, one thing I would like to point out, and I'm starting to see it already, is yes, it is a razor blade. It is very sharp. We need them very sharp for doing this. And I'm already starting to see that that one is dulling a bit. So, and my son is calling me, which is actually perfect timing because I'm about to finish up. So, I think you guys have the basic idea. That's where I'm going to bring out a brand new razor blade. That is also where buying 100 razor blades comes in handy. So, that's all I've got for this video. You know, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, here, Facebook, wherever you want. And if you've got questions, comment, shoot me an email, message me, something. Let me know what you're interested in or what you need help with, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks again, and that's it for now.